Well, it is currently 10:30 p.m. on a Tuesday evening, and I got the urge to pull the transmission on the FRS. Spent the last few minutes, or probably like an hour actually, kind of buttoning up some things on sus over here on the sus DI, and I'm gonna pop this thing off the lift, and we are gonna get the FRS on the lift. And I think I'm gonna pull the trans on the FRS tonight. I ain't gonna lie, I really don't wanna do it. I mean, I can do it. I don't know how to say this. I wanna do it, but I don't wanna do it because I'm tired, but I have to do it because I have to get parts ordered up for that car. If you guys watch Bobby's channel, you know that we are going to Mexico in the next few days, and we're gonna be gone for a few days. What I'm trying to do is kind of pre-record some videos just so I have a little bit of content to go out while we're gone. So I don't even know when this FRS video is gonna go up. It could be like tomorrow, my time, or it could be like a week from now, my time. So whenever you're watching this, I don't really know. I do know that today is Tuesday. I think it's the 9th. It's November 9th. You could be watching this sometime in December. I don't even know. Let's get the FRS on the lift and get her up in the air and see what's going on with our trans. By the way, that black grill is sick. I know I've already said that, but it looks way better. I'm hyped. Black roof, carbon hood, black hatch, carbon hatch. Maybe coming soon. It's a Panda. If you did not watch the video of when I blew this tranny, the whole thing is not, as far as I know, the whole thing is not completely shot. Fourth gear is completely gone. I'll insert the clip here because I got it on GoPro when I was banging gears. She has got a little bit more noisy. There have been a few times, and I'm guessing it's just gear particles floating around, where it's actually really hard to get into any other gear. All right, watch this. Fourth gear. Those are some nice shoes I got too. Sheesh. Oh, see right there, it's jammed in fourth. Come on, get out. There we go. Now it's jammed in third. Come on. Sheesh, yeah, something clearly came apart pretty decently inside the trans. So, it's ironic it's insanely jammed. Right now it's never been jammed that bad right before we pull it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this transmission out real quick. And when I say real quick, I mean real quick. When we did the clutch on this car like 2 months ago, it's maybe an hour max, like just chilling, taking your time, about an hour to pull the tranny out. So it's pretty easy. And then I'm gonna pull it apart as well. I'm gonna try to rebuild it myself. I don't know if that's a good idea, but what I do know is that these transmissions are about $400 to buy a good used one. We have two options. Option one, pull the trans, try to rebuild it ourselves. If it doesn't work, we take it out and throw it back in the garbage. Option two, we take it out, throw it in the garbage. I'm gonna try to rebuild it because it's fun, to be honest. I love learning new things, and I'd never really been inside of a Subaru tranny before, so let's get her up in the air and freaking pull this thing out and drain the gear oil and see how chunky it is. went ahead and pulled apart the interior enough to get the trans out. And I also had to release the e-brake because every single time I go to do anything underneath the car, for some reason the e-brake's always on. Then you can't spin the drive line, and then you can't access the bolts. I'm sure you guys can relate. This time is the first time I remember, but sick, Devin. It's jammed in gear. I forgot about that. How the hell are we gonna do this now? That doesn't help me at all. I'm gonna drain the oil. Drain plug is right there. Let's drain her out and see what we find. It appears we have some gears chilling on the drain plug. Very beautiful gear. I thought I heard some more drop out. Why is there a ball bearing? You guys see that, right? I know there's a bunch of random stuff in here, but I don't think that was in here before. Now I'm really curious to pull this thing apart. So we gotta pop the drive line off. 4 bolts back there. This front pipe is gonna come off. And I totally spaced doing the stuff in the engine bay already. So I'm gonna have to lower this thing back down and disconnect a few wires up top. All right, trans is out. Let's dive into it and see what's going on. That's a lot of gears. That's a whole lot of gear. If you can't tell already, I've never done this before. So I am figuring it out as I go, and it's actually a lot of fun. This is the most enjoyable thing in my life, is figuring things out. So we have this shaft right here. This is a shift shaft, and I don't know how to disconnect it from the trans. So I don't know if it's supposed to lift off with this tail end or what exactly is going on, but she ain't coming off. As you can see, we'll figure it out one of these days. That's a lot of metal. That is a very lot of metal. Wow. This thing is freaking hammered. So there's gear number 1. That is, well, not gear number 1, but probably 4th gear. I'm guessing that's 4th gear. That's completely gone. Like 100% pretty much gone. Somehow had a broken, what would you call this guy here? A shift fork? Is that why it wouldn't shift on us? Very well could be. If you look down in there, there's another broken gear right there. There's metal and crap all over this thing. Let's spin her around, see what other broken gears we got. That's my favorite gear right there for sure. Wow. It's probably gonna be more expensive to fix this thing than it would be to buy a whole new entire transmission, to be honest. Another chipped gear right there. Yeah, I don't know if, well, not only is it a pain in the ass to work on these things, so I probably don't know how it goes back together, just being completely honest. As you can see, the table's a mess because I got mad and frustrated. But not only that, there's a lot of broken stuff in this thing. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and buy a whole new tranny. If I can find a good used one here locally, that'd be ideal. I haven't been able to locate one. There's plenty, like I found on eBay or whatever, but shipping one of these might be a little bit expensive because they're quite large. But yeah, there's the fate of the FRS trans. She's pretty hammered. No more flat footing. No more flat footing. They can't handle it. Let's see how strong gears are actually. Pretty strong. Hopefully nobody needs parts off this thing. There must be a lot of sauce going through this trans because I can't break it with a hammer. It is so freaking late. I spent like 4 hours pulling apart the trans. It's 2 o'clock now. No, that's probably lying. It's probably 2 hours pulling apart the tranny just because there's a gear that was pressed on that I didn't know. And it took forever to figure that out and I had to go do research. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. I'm tired. Drop a comment below, let me know what you guys think. And Bobby is wondering where I am. I'm gonna go home. Goodbye, friends.